salmon for lunch. And then yam and sweet potato, right? And then yam soup, that water right there to drink. So drink that and eat this. And yam yam. Yum. 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 In the nighttime, outside, right here where the mountain is, if you stand on the balcony outside at night, you'll see a lot of green lights flying around in the nature, like in the trees and stuff, like tons of them. You can even say 50 to 100, spread out all throughout. And while laying in your bed at night, you'll see them come around. Sometimes they come inside. Once in a while, they come inside. They're not afraid to come inside. Sometimes they like to come inside and they light up the whole room when they fly around inside the room. They're harmless. They don't bite or anything. When you catch them and you hold them in your hand, they have like a tick. They feel like electricity and they're cold. Well, they're not cold, but they're not hot, for something that gives off that much light. When they're flying around, you can't see them because the light is so bright. So you only get to see them when they land, and they only come out at night. But in the daytime, or when you see them when they land, they just look like. Well, the thing is, right? I've been searching online my whole life since the internet, and I'll remember because I can't forget them. So I was like, I'll search, but every time I search, I would search for fireflies because here we call them peenie wally. Now the word peenie wally sound like patois to me, sound like Jamaican language. So I never searched for that, right? Because I figured, well, that's what they call them here, peenie wally, because that's the language of this place, right? So no, Peony Wally, let me tell you now, that sound, it feel like Peony would represent the light. And Wally, just it's cute because it's harmless. So they don't they're nothing to be there's nothing it's nothing to be afraid of, right? Something to enjoy and appreciate. So Peony Wally, Peony represents the light that they shine, and then the fact that they're nice, right? It's a pleasure to have them around and all that. So peony wally, but then I always search for firefly because the only thing I learned about that does that is fireflies. But when I look on the internet and I look for firefly, I see these things that none of them look like the thing that we have here. Right? None of them. And especially because the thing that we have here, when they land, they have these two things under these two lights. And up until today, I always thought that those two lights were their eyes, right? But I learned today that that's not their eyes, but it looks exactly like eyes, and it's bright lights, like that. No, there's this word called endemic, right? Which is, I only learned that word like a couple weeks ago when I was doing some research on the cockpit country, right? And it says the cockpit country has 29 or 30, I don't know, I forgot the number. It's some big number, large number, 50 endemic species of things that exist here and nowhere else in the world. So that's called an endemic species. Now, I didn't know that. I never had to learn that at any time, but I heard the word before, but I just didn't know what it meant. So, but I know what it means now, and it says that those peony, no, so guess what I did now? So today, I searched for Peenie Wally for the first time. Right? I searched for Peenie Wally because why? Because we got AI. And I said that, well, AI got to know something, right? So I searched for Peenie Wally, and the reason why Firefly don't work, and the only reason why Peenie Wally would work is because they are endemic, meaning they only exist here. And so the name that they have is from here, which is Peenie Wally. That's the name of it. And they only exist here. So I was like, oh wow. Now I like really like them because like it's nice. It's nice to be in a world now where my whole entire life I'm looking for information to find out about more information about peenie wally. But I didn't call it that. I called it firefly, and fireflies don't look like that. So peenie wally to me, and I'm into like technology and space and stuff like that. They seem like little beings, because the way they, just like the whole experience. I'll say this, the experience of them. So basically, you're not gonna get what I'm saying 100% until you come here and experience it. Another thing is, I've been all over the island, and I've only seen them here. Now, Jamaicans know them, but not all Jamaicans know them. And I'm sure, well, I'm not sure because I haven't seen them, but most likely they are in other places, in other parts of the island. But I've only seen them here. I only experienced them here, and they're here. They're here every night.